I think he actually took this fight for the naysayers and all this and all the people talking about the fight. I think he actually took the fight because he know that I'm a dog, and he want to prove his skills against a dog. So I'm gonna show y'all what happens when two dogs get in the ring together.
Tank has stirred up more talk in the boxing world, but this time, his actions have left fans and analysts shocked. Over the past few weeks, he has been sending chilling warnings to Lamont Roach, making everyone wonder if Roach will even make it out of this. But in his latest warning, Tank made things clear with a bold message at a recent press conference, and took it even further by adding the words, "I'm going to end you," to one of his intense training videos. With those words, Tank made it clear that his mind games are in full effect and he's ready to challenge his opponent both mentally and physically. The tension between them resurfaced after a recent interview about why Tank had announced the fight's cancellation. For a moment it seemed like the fight was off. Fans panicked, and rumors spread about why Gervonta Davis had pulled the plug on one of the most anticipated matchups of the year.
And I promise you, you better lead them home. You better lead the females home. On my mother, you better lead the females home and the kids. On my mother. Now,
as speculation grew, Lamont Roach, always calm and professional, responded in a Q&A on his YouTube channel, addressing the rumors directly. He admitted that even he didn't know why Tank made that dramatic announcement, but wasn't surprised by his unpredictable nature. Roach said, "Y'all know what y'all dealing with, man. You're dealing with a wild card," making it clear that Tank's mind games wouldn't affect him. He added that Tank's punches wouldn't shake him, and while others might be thrown off by his wild behavior, he was staying focused.
It wasn't going to throw him off his game.
The fact that Lamont Roach is as familiar with Tank Davis as he is, it goes beyond them fighting in the amateurs. They've spent time in camp together. He's been around Tank. He's seen Tank up close and personal, whether he's in the ring with them or not.
Despite Tank's big claim, Roach reassured fans that the fight was never canceled. The fight was never off, just so y'all know, he said, adding that he always knew the truth, even though Tank's words might have scared some people. Roach explained that Tank's statement was just another one of his usual outbursts, but it didn't affect his focus. "I was in the gym training for my biggest fight. That's what I'm worried about," he said.
Would you consider you and Gervonta friends?
Friends? Probably.
Is it going to be hard to go in the ring and fight your friend?
Not at all.
Are you all going to be friends after?
Yeah, why not?
Either way it goes.
Both making money. Yeah.
But you guys are making each other bleed.
Hopefully I just make him bleed.
Oh, true. Okay.
Even though Roach had no idea what caused Tank's outburst, he quickly moved on and focused on preparing for the showdown. The March 1, 2025 fight at Barclays Center in Brooklyn is still set to be a main event for PBC's second show of the year. But now that the fight is officially back on track, one big question remains. Why did Tank do it in the first place? Why create so much confusion when everything seemed set?
I say 9th round.
What?
I say 9th round.
You said 9?
Yeah.
What's your response to that, Lamont?
Look, he got scared. Look. He looked at 9.
I'm telling you, you saying you going down in a 9?
One thing is clear. Tank has always been unpredictable, and this is just another chapter in his story. But this time, the mind games have reached a new level. He's sending clear warnings to Roach, making sure he knows this fight won't be easy. Tank isn't just fighting in the ring. He's trying to break Roach mentally before they even get there. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's a master at messing with his opponents, distracting and overwhelming them before the fight even starts. Roach has been in high-stakes fights before, but this war of words with Tank might be his toughest challenge yet.
He's going to retire at the end of next year. Do you think he has one foot out the door?
Yeah, for sure. I think that was a mistake for him to say that, especially in front of me. So, I'm going to just take advantage of him and show him why he shouldn't have said that or why he shouldn't be contemplating that.
This isn't the first time Tank has used his unpredictable personality to stir things up. From his shock retirement announcement to his cryptic social media posts, he always keeps fans guessing. But this time, it feels different. His warning to Roach isn't just talk. It's a declaration of war. Through every training video he posts, Tank is making it clear that he's coming with everything he's got, and is willing to do whatever it takes to win.
The only nigga Tank fought out of his last 5 fights that's not scared of him.
Oh, wow.
Rolly was scared. Brian was scared.
Frank wasn't
Hector was scared.
Frank
was terrified.
Frank wasn't scared.
Frank was terrified.
Man, he wasn't terrified because
The stakes for this fight are higher than ever. Gervonta Davis is already a powerhouse in boxing, known for his knockout power and ability to take control from the first bell. But Lamont Roach isn't a pushover. He knows exactly what he's doing. As one of the best in the super featherweight division, he's determined to prove he can stand toe-to-toe with the best. This fight isn't just about the title, it's about respect. Roach has the chance to show he's more than just a stepping stone in Tank's career. Tank's threats may seem intense, but they're part of his strategy. He wants to break Roach mentally before they even step into the ring. Davis is trying to plant doubt in Roach's mind, hoping to gain an advantage when the fight begins. But Roach isn't letting it get to him. He's staying focused, keeping his eyes on the prize, and training harder than ever to be ready for whatever Tank throws at him.
We fought twice in the same tournament. So, yeah, we fought in the Junior Olympics, in the regionals, and we fought in the nationals.
Okay.
This fight keeps getting more interesting. Last month, ES News shared a video on their YouTube channel revealing that the March 1 fight between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach could break several gate records. For those who don't know, gate records refer to the money made from ticket sales at the venue. This wasn't just a guess. It was based on early ticket sales and the huge draw of Davis.
Stilettos, wearing them purses. How many pay-per-view buys does this Roach Jr. coming up for 130? How many buys do you think this does, my brother?
I mean, 350 is what Tank and Frank did, and Frank wasn't a champion. Roach has been around. He lost to Jamel Herring. He came back.
Ray Jackson Onyx mentioned that by December, 1,000 seats at Barclays Center had already been sold. To put that in perspective, the arena holds 900 people. This is huge because Davis has sold out every venue in his last 12 fights, and his fight with Lamont Roach could be the 13th in a row. Despite all the drama, including Davis's unpredictable behavior and shocking social media posts, organizers have raised ticket prices, making it likely that this fight will break Barclays Center's gate sales record. This proves that no matter what happens, Davis's fans stay loyal, eager to see him fight and ready to fill arenas. The big question now is how much longer Davis can get away with his unpredictable behavior before it backfires. Lamont Roach, who has been dealing with Davis's emotional outbursts, is left wondering how far these antics will go. While Roach has shown frustration, he has also remained calm. But there's a limit, and he's ready to take advantage if Davis loses control. Boxing fans have been eagerly waiting for this showdown between the undefeated Gervonta Davis and former super featherweight champion Lamont Roach. When tickets went on sale, fans wasted no time grabbing them.
See little big bro coming out with the upset. A lot of people are going to pick Tank going into that fight, but how do you see that playing out?
I see my brother walking out victorious. No, there's no doubt. Not because that's my brother, but because I seen him in the gym.
By the time the fight was officially announced, tens of thousands of seats at Barclays had already been sold, making it one of the most anticipated events in boxing history. However, with Gervonta Davis stirring things up with his unpredictable behavior, there's a sense of uncertainty. His social media posts about the fight being canceled shocked fans, adding to his history of emotional meltdowns and erratic actions. But as expected, the fight was never really off, and Lamont Roach confirmed it. Despite all the drama, Davis's fans remain loyal and excited to see him in action, even if they have to deal with his unpredictable moods. For those closely following the sport, the build-up to this fight is about more than just the two fighters in the ring.
There's a rematch clause, people, so get ready for 2 fights. But, yes, and after I beat him the second time, I probably would ask the WBA to let me go up to 140 and fight Raya.
Davis and Roach have a long history, with their rivalry dating back to their amateur days. Fans from the DMV area have been especially vocal about this matchup, and many are expected to travel to Barclays to watch their fighters go head-to-head. This fight isn't just about the title, It's a personal grudge that has been building for years. But it's not just the fight that has people talking. Ticket prices for the March 1 event have been raised, adding to the anticipation of what could be another record-breaking night. As the WBA lightweight champion, Davis continues to build his legacy as one of boxing's biggest stars, drawing massive crowds and generating incredible revenue, making him one of the sport's most lucrative athletes.
I'm not looking at Lamont the way that everybody else look at Lamont. Like, I know Lamont is a really good fighter. I'm not. This ain't no Frank Martin. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
It's a real good fight.
As the fight nears, all eyes are on Davis and how he handles the pressure, while Roach has stayed calm despite the drama surrounding his opponent. He has been training hard for what will be the biggest fight of his career. Roach has always been the underdog, but this time he has something to prove. Moving up in weight to challenge Davis for the lightweight title is a bold move that could change his career if he wins. But will it be enough? The fight is set to be a spectacle, but the high ticket prices have sparked controversy among fans.
No, I think Lamont Roach is a terrific fighter. He might be a little over his head with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is, to say the least, he's a beast. He really is. He's a tremendous fighter. He's a dedicated fighter when it comes to training.
A few days ago, PPV.com announced a purchase price of $79.99 for the fight, a steep cost considering the current economy. However, boxing fans are willing to pay for a fight of this magnitude, with Davis's star power and Roach's determination to upset the undefeated champion, making it a must-watch event. The ticket price increase has reignited the ongoing debate about pay-per-view costs in boxing. For years, fans have complained about the rising prices, with some calling for reductions while others have simply accepted that big fights come with a hefty price tag.
My whole family's from DC. My whole family, like my entire family.
Don't bring them. Don't bring them.
For what?
Don't bring them. I'm telling you,
they gonna celebrate with me. Yeah,
don't bring them.
This time, boxing's top promoters are paying attention to the growing frustration, especially as piracy remains a major issue in the sport. The lower prices of some other big events have raised questions about why certain promotions keep pushing high pay-per-view costs. However, Premier Boxing Champions and TGB Promotions, the organizers behind Davis's fight, are standing firm on the $79.99 price, believing the event is worth it. Whether this decision will pay off is yet to be seen, but one thing is clear. Fans are still willing to pay to watch Davis, the self-proclaimed king of boxing, in action. As the fight draws closer, excitement is building, and the buzz around the event is only getting stronger.
I'm gonna beat his y'all talking.
Steven Espinoza recently shared what's next for Tank after his title defense against Roach on March 1st again. The WBA lightweight champion has made it clear that he wants to face top-tier opponents moving forward. Espinoza mentioned that Davis could be targeting big names like Shakur Stevenson and a rematch with Ryan Garcia. These are the kinds of fights that, according to Espinoza, would grab attention from fans and media alike.
Yeah. But again, they pick and choose, so it is what it is. And again, the media like to hate him too. So, I'm going to catch a lot of that backlash too. But it is what it is. I ain't really stunned that too much. I'm not worried about narratives. I'm worried about what I can do in the ring.
All right, brother.
All right.
Well, these potential matchups have the boxing world buzzing. It's interesting that Espinoza didn't mention rising stars like Keyshawn Davis, William Zepeda, Raymond Muratalla, or Andy Cruz. Fighters with the talent to challenge Davis, but not yet the same recognition. Espinoza's focus is clearly on well-known names that can elevate Davis's career. One standout name is Ryan Garcia, who faced Davis in 2023 and suffered a knockout loss. Despite that, a rematch could be massive due to Garcia's huge social media following, making it one of the biggest pay-per-view events in boxing.
What do you think of the announcement of the Gervonta Davis-Roach fight?
I think that, it's had a lot of criticism, but it's not a bad fight. Lamont Roach is a world champion. He's smaller than Gervonta Davis. The problem is, not many people.
There's a catch. Garcia fights at 140 pounds, while Davis has mostly competed at 135 as Espinoza pointed out that weight would be a major factor in making a rematch happen. After their first fight, Davis faced criticism for agreeing to a catch weight and a rehydration clause, which many believed worked against him. This time, Espinoza made it clear that Davis is unlikely to agree to similar conditions, saying, "Tank won't make the same mistake again." Meanwhile, another name frequently mentioned in Davis's future is Shakur Stevenson, a two-weight world champion with impressive skills and a rapidly growing fan base.
When they start talking, when the people who I fight, when they start talking, that's when y'all get them. I'm gonna beat his ass.
He can't do it.
For real, man, be quiet.
I don't give a y'all was quiet, if y'all was loud.
He got the other hood over there.
Stevenson is considered one of the most skilled fighters today, and a matchup with Davis could be one of the most exciting in boxing. Espinoza believes Stevenson is the kind of challenge Davis would want after his fight with Roach, mentioning that it could be Shakur, a Ryan Garcia rematch, or something similar. However, making these fights happen isn't easy due to boxing's complicated politics, with negotiations between promoters, managers, and fighters often delaying big matchups. A fight between Stevenson and Davis would be huge, but it would take time to arrange, especially with different promotional companies involved. Still, Espinoza's comment suggests Davis is ready to go after the biggest fights available.
Here's my take on the fight. Everything is true about this situation. One, Gervonta Tank Davis was being ducked leading up to this.
Despite targeting big names, many boxing fans are frustrated with Davis, criticizing his career for featuring too many easy matchups against lesser-known opponents. While he has stayed undefeated and built an impressive knockout record, some feel he hasn't been truly tested against dangerous opposition. His past fights have often been accused of not pushing him enough, leading to claims that he carefully selects opponents to maintain his record.
Yeah, man, I mean, it's going to go. Tank going to be losing the first 3 rounds. Then he's going to download the data. Then he going to knock this dude out in round 7 or 8. Then he going to do the backflip. Then Jim Gray's going to get in the ring. Or Kaylee, you want next? And Tank's going to say, I want all those guys. And they're going to go to the press conference. And Elliot Setback's going to say, who do you want next? He say, I want all.
Boxing fans want Davis to prove he's serious about facing top-tier competition, because words alone aren't enough anymore. Many are frustrated with him taking on opponents seen as easy wins and believe he has played it safe for too long. If he truly wants to be considered one of the greats, he needs to step up and face the toughest challenges in the sport.
What?
Who said that? You said what? You said what? Yeah, that's why I've been waiting for the niggas to talk. How much you want back? How much you want it back? Because I came up here alone. How much y'all want back? How much?
Davis has stayed undefeated, but his careful choice of opponents has kept him from facing real challenges that could push him further. While his fan base keeps growing, many feel he's not reaching his full potential. To prove himself, he needs to fight the best, not just the easiest matchups. These big fights would grab attention from both hardcore and casual fans. If he only takes easy fights to protect his record, he risks holding himself back. To truly build his legacy, he must challenge himself. What do you think? Share your thoughts below. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and stay informed. Stay tuned for more updates, and let's keep our news accurate.